Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 183. And the reason I'm making this into an episode is because it's such a detailed video that it deserves special attention. Now, I have been talking about cleaning coins since I first started doing coin roll hunting. You cannot help but think about cleaning coins, pennies. Let's keep this with pennies. I don't want to confuse the issue. You cannot help but think about cleaning dirty pennies when you find them, especially if you think you see an error in them. So cleaning coins in general, there's a taboo, which makes so you shouldn't clean coins from a coin collect. I mean, this is like common sense stuff. If you have a valuable coin collection, yeah, you don't clean the coins. But some people, I shouldn't say that, some people misunderstand the difference between a valuable coin and a non-valuable coin. And those people who misunderstand that spread that ignorance throughout the community, especially with people who don't understand about coin roll hunting, coin cleaning, coin errors, anything having to do with most people who are watching these videos are novice, not even amateurs. I'm an amateur. An amateur is light years beyond what a novice is. Someone who's just starting to do it for a few weeks, does it as a hobby here and there. Light years difference between a novice and an amateur. Probably about the same amount of difference between an amateur and a numismatic, whatever it's called. See, I can't even say the word right. And I've done a video on a numismatist. I'm getting tongue-tied. Between one of them who is an expert on coin collecting, and I mean, it's like listening to a scientist, someone who has extreme knowledge, a doctor. I understood, and I was able to understand what he was talking about. I did a video on it. If you look at previous videos, you can find it. But the same way I can understand what he's saying, I still don't have it. I can't apply it. I can understand what a coin expert says. Be like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The die parts and how it hits and blah 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 and the different errors. Yeah, when they say it, I can understand it. And in that certain respect, in that certain situation, I could read it and comprehend what they're talking about relating to that specific coin. Okay. Now, a novice can understand me. A novice cannot understand what a coin expert says. The language, it would be like hearing a foreign language. They can't understand it. But they can understand me because I'm an amateur and I speak in slightly more complicated language than a novice does. So when a novice hears me, they love me. And 99% of our viewers are novices. Our members are amateurs. Or, I don't know. I don't know if Eric or Donald or Otis considers themselves experts. Or maybe they're a little bit beyond amateur. That I'm not sure about. I'm an amateur. Some of my members might be beyond amateur, but most of my subscribers are novices. They ask me questions that a novice like what's a double die? What's a die clash? Those are novice questions. Okay. So a novice, if they hear someone tell them something like, never clean your coins because you're going to lose value. But they'll believe it. So I'm going to tell all the novices who are still watching at this point, do not clean valuable coins. Do not clean coins from a coin collection. Only clean coins. Number one, if you know what you're doing, right? So today's video is about this coin cleaner, MS State Restoration, right? For months, I've been using a novice. This is a novice thing you're about to see right here. Paint mineral spirits, odorless mineral spirits, which if I open this up right now, it'll probably cause severe damage to me, which I won't. I keep it inside a glass jar, a glass tray, in case it ever cracked. So I double protect it. Okay. And I keep this also in the glass tray. Okay. And I keep them on the floor in a safe place. Okay. So believe it or not, the mineral spirits, I've seen other people using in videos, and for copper pennies, they really don't cause any damage, but they're not very good. So I watched other videos, and I saw this person using a copper cleaner, and he sent them to get graded, and they got high grades. I think I can't remember if it was 5 out of 7 got grades and 2 got designations as cleaned, or if 3 out of 5 got grades and 2. All I know is that 2 out of all the ones he sent, 2 of them got clean designations for grading. The other ones got MS grades. And he shows the video where he cleaned them and everything, just like I just did prior to this video. Okay. So the coins that I'm going to show now are coins that when I do my coin roll hunting, I put little pieces of paper on them so I remember what the error is. Because, excuse me, what I think the error is, see if the dirt's covering it, I want to know what it is. So I want to clean it instead of sending it back to the bank because it has no value. If I'm going to send a penny back to the bank, the only value it has is a penny. So it's valueless. Doesn't matter if I clean it, cut it in half, send it to the moon, incinerate it. It's irrelevant because I'm sending it back to the bank. So instead of doing that, I say, oh, there might be an error here. Let me clean it. And also, maybe I'll learn the proper way to clean. Or you know what? Maybe clean is a bad word. I like this word, restore. Right? Maybe I will learn how to restore pennies. Maybe I'll stop using that word clean and start using the word restore. Maybe that'll stop triggering some people. Okay, well, irregardless. Yeah, it's a word. Can you believe that? Irregardless is it. Google it, go to Webster's dictionary. It didn't used to be a word, but it is now. 15 years ago, everyone knew irregardless was the incorrect version of regardless, unless it's the Mandela effect, and we just think it wasn't. Like Sinbad in a movie called whatever, that I could have swore I remember seeing it on VHS. And they said he never did it. Mandela effect. Okay. So let's look at the pennies that I restored today. Okay. No, can't put that in there. Right? Here we go. This is my whole setup for today from the outside. Right? Now look, this stuff here and this stuff, the mineral spirits or paint thinner, and this stuff is super, super duper vaporous and dangerous. Here's the quick instructions if you want to read them. Go ahead. Okay. Here are the instructions that I sent with the bottle. If you can see it, you want to zoom in, you want to pause it. Here you go. I used gloves, glasses, and I was outside in a ventilated area. Okay? So I do not recommend anybody do anything that I do, point blank and simple. Don't do it. I'm what is called a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm just some dummy on YouTube. Just don't do this unless you really know what you're doing and you have skill. Okay? Especially kids definitely don't do it. Okay. So here are the 5 groups of pennies, right? And here's all the stuff that I had. I even had flips. I didn't use it. I didn't use no toothbrush. I used the Q-tips, like I saw the guy do it on his YouTube channel. So here, this is what we got from today's. Let's move this over. From today's videos, okay? This is the result, the end result of today's videos, right? Yeah. Let's put this away. This is how I'm keeping it. I keep it inside here. Goodbye. All right. I'm going to take these out first. These are the errors that I wrote down that I thought might be the errors from the pennies. Okay. Okay. These are the ones that don't have errors. So part of the reason to clean the pennies was to see if they had errors, and a couple of them did not. I'm going to get, and I also did not have the mat with me to know what was what, as far as, okay, so the 1961P, okay, is not a key variety. All right, very good. But let's look at it. Has a couple, I think that's rust marks. Yeah, so this penny had issues. And I was looking to see, I'm not sure which one is the error here. Let's see. I have 2 more papers. I could take them out now, and I'll read them to see which one I thought this was. I bet you this is the one I thought was it's not a key variety because it's a 61. Here's the other paper. All right. Die clash. Does it have a die clash? Now, I might have thought it had a die clash, right? Because of that stuff in the back. But I'm not going to consider that a die clash. It's not the key variety. Shows B, right base, reverse show, double ear. No. So whatever I thought was the error on this, it's not an error. It's just a regular 1961 penny. It's clean now. I'm going to put this with, I won't even put this with the AUs. I'll put this with the, or maybe I'll put this with the AUs. Why not? All right, so that one went into the AU roll. This one, the 83, the 83 is a key variety if it has doubling on the reverse. So as you can see, whatever that was, corrosion, I could not get it out from cleaning. It looks like there might be some die clash. Let me look at this under the loop real quick. Oh, I remember this coin. I remember this. Now, check this out. You see those marks? Do you remember this coin? If you're watching all my videos, now those marks in there I thought were some sort of mint error. Let me look at it again to make sure. Well, the marks are still there. Does that make this a it's not a key variety. The only question is, are those marks? I think what this is a planchet error. You can see the grooves behind the letters as if. So I needed to clean it because I wasn't sure if this was dirt. I was not sure if this was dirt. Now the question is, what is it worth, right? All right, it's a planchet error on a severely, not severely, but pretty, yeah, I guess you could say severely corroded penny. We did confirm the fact that it has some sort of mint error because it's right there. There was so much dirt in the back that I really couldn't tell if it was dirt or not. You know, because of the condition of this penny, I'm going to say this has no value. Unless this is some sort of rare error that I'm not even aware of and you'd have to be an expert to know about. In that case, then it might have value. But I'm not going to keep it. Goodbye. All right. So those are the two pennies that I found that I wasn't sure if they had errors. One does not. One does, but it's not worth keeping. So it was a nice experiment. These are two that I have that. These are the next two. Again, very clean, very dirty, and corroded scents on the reverse. The 84, we're looking for the double ear. Now, this is the one I couldn't tell if it was a double ear or not. Now, believe it or not, that piece underneath it is a blister. I'm gonna look at it again under the loop. Yes, it's a mark leading to a blister, and the blister gives the appearance of a lobe, the earlobe. But it's a blister, so it's not a double ear. But I couldn't tell because it was dirty. So cleaning helped. Cleaning helped. Huh. That's interesting. More blisters? Yeah. No value. Not a double ear, not an error. No value. Goodbye. Here's the other one. See, now I didn't want to look at these too much outside because I'll be honest with you, even outside the fumes were killing me. I couldn't wait to finish it. I might have to get a respirator. I don't want to look funny to my neighbors outside with a respirator on. But I still might do it. Just because I don't want to do it doesn't mean I won't do it. All right. Die Clash? Yeah, probably. What year is this? 83, another 83. Yeah. I'm going to say whatever I thought was here. So the Die Clash is there. I'm not crazy about this Die Clash, to be honest with you. Let me look at it under the loop, make sure I'm not missing out on anything. No, I'm not. So I'm not keeping it. The penny's kind of still corroded and dirty. And so I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so far 4 pennies down. Now these are the ones that I felt were worth keeping. And we'll see if we could compare. I have the little notes over here. All right, I have the little notes here. And we'll see if we can match them. They got lost in the sort. Unless you're doing it one at a time or maybe just 2 of them. But I had 9, right? We just put away 4 and here's 5 more. And these 9 pennies between cleaning and the whole process of getting everything outside and the videos, we're talking about hours. It's 1:15. I started this about 10:15. So we're talking about 3 hours of time for 9 pennies. which I'm cool with, especially if there's anything valuable. But I think the educational part of this is the most important, and I need to put the dates on these notes in the future. That will help me to identify the pennies, so they could be anywhere. You know what I mean? If I have the dates on them, but because I didn't put the date on them, I don't know which penny is which. So we're going to try to figure that out and see if how they came out as far as cleaning goes. Is that a scratch? Yeah, that's probably post-mint damage. That's not good. 1971, if there's doubling on the obverse, it's a key variety. So let me look at it. You can look at what I just showed you. The S is not doubled. There is no doubling on the obverse of this penny. There's a wire rim, and a scratch mark. That's it. So again, another dud. On the reverse, yeah, that I saw that before. Got the I and you got the F. If it was a reverse key variety, what year is this? 71? But it's not. It's obverse. Let me look at those letters real quick. The I looks like it could be post-mint damage. The F is probably mint damage or a damaged die or something. So even this one, gone goodbye. I'll put this in with the AU pennies. Goodbye. All right, next. 62. The 62, if there's doubling on the obverse, is a key variety. Now this is the one, if you remember, if you watch all my videos, which I'm sure you watch all my videos, there was a little dot above the T. And I actually did some light cleaning to it when I first pulled it out, because I was like, oh, what's this little thing on the T? And I said, I'm gonna have to clean it to make sure it doesn't pop off. You know what I mean? That it's I thought maybe it was just a piece of dirt or a rock. You know what I'm saying? So let's look here. I'll let you look at it, and you can look to see if there's any doubling before I look at it under the loop. Okay, I'll go a little closer. Want to look at the reverse real quick? Doesn't look like there's anything to look at on the reverse. All right, so what we really want to know about is that T, right? Okay. Or any doubling. So above the T, I'm going to say that is either a die chip or a cud. I'm going to say these are not doubling. I'm going to call this deteriorated die. I'm going to call the rest of these letters triple Ds. Deteriorated die damage. DDD. Not double die or dynamite double die or anything like that. But we did flesh out what's going on with the T. And that's pretty cool, because it's really interesting looking, to be honest with you, because it's so round. So worth keeping. Whatever that is, it's worth keeping. All right, maybe it's a $5, maybe it's $10. I don't know. All right, next. So far out of 9, we have one. Well, I won't even call it a winner, because it's not the key variety, but there is a a die chip or something like that on it. 1974. It's a misaligned die. This one came out pretty nice, I thought. I think, therefore I am. So it's a die clash. Let me look at that under the loop. It's not a very good die clash. Let me look at the letters. See if there's anything else going on. I see. So on the U, I remember this one. So the U, it probably has a damaged die. So technically it might be considered a mint damage. But again, no value. And the same thing with that die clash is weak. I wouldn't buy this personally. I mean, is it worth $1 or $2? Yeah. Look, you could even see, look right there. You can see the columns on the Liberty. Right, is that the columns? I think so. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a nice shiny penny. I will put this with the AUs. All right. So far we've struck out really on all of them. 64. If there's doubling on the reverse, this is a key variety. So here, let's take a little look at it. See what's on the obverse first. All right, here's the reverse. I'll look at the letters under the loop real quick. Oh, the N is doubled. But too bad it's the obverse. It's not a key variety, but the N is nice. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll back up a little. Maybe from there you can see it. So the N is doubled. L on rim. Oh my God, that gets me so sick. That's it. There's a nice doubled N. Would have to is it a deteriorated die? I don't know. You know, it's so minor. I mean, if this was the again, if this was the key variety, maybe I'll put it to the side. I don't know. We'll see. And last but not least, the 87. I don't know why I put this one. I remember this one now. Look at that clad layer. Let me look at this. Oh yeah. What a shame, man. What a shame. I'm not gonna re-soak this one or anything. Yeah, this was like the dynamite era that never will be. You know, there's some die clashy stuff going on there in the columns, but you know what? To really clean this one right, you'd have to really damage the whole thing. The point of what I've been doing is to restore the pennies, not to clean them. It's to restore them, to learn how to restore them. Let me rephrase that. And this one, it's, you know, this is clad. it wouldn't happen. But there looks like there's some interesting stuff going on in there. It's just, I'm not going to get to it. All right, so that's it. So what's my final thoughts? My final thoughts on this are, the copper cleaner, especially the one that we used, mint restoration, is good for what? I mean, is there another product that's better than this one? I don't know. This one is pretty good. Now, what I will say is this. It's a little expensive, right? And if it's a penny, well, you know what? If it's a valuable penny, I could see restoring it to a certain degree. But then you know, I'll put it on myself for a second. If I had a valuable penny that I was going to use this on, I would really be focusing on it. I might even do it in stages, to restore it to a certain degree and then stop. If I thought that, to get it to the point before I thought it might get damaged. All right, so that's that. For all of these other pennies that are kind of worthless, that the errors, even if you can see them, probably the mineral spirits would be fine. It's cheap, works pretty good, and if it still has some corrosion or something like that, then, and it was really like, oh wow, I love this penny that I had in the mineral spirits, then I would put it into, then maybe I would try to restore it with copper cleaner, with the special restoring agent. But otherwise, this is probably something that the average person should not even use. The novice, the coin roll hunter. This is really for, I do this every day for hours a day. So I have a lot of time to take my time. I have all the tools, the protective device. I have an outdoor area. I have everything to properly restore pennies. And I make videos on it that I get some of my income, I get some of my expenses back from. Otherwise, probably not necessary. Like, for example, the 2 pennies that I found that are very valuable. And when I say very valuable, I mean by my standards. These 2, $300 to $600 pennies. One of them has, if I was going to send these to get graded, I would probably, after really restoring a bunch of other pennies, because I could tell that you can overdo it. You know what I mean? To the point where it looks cleaned. So, I don't know if I would do that with these. I would have to find, I don't even remember what those looked like, and they were dirty. So I would have to really, really practice, because if these look like this afterwards, they're ruined. They're ruined. And I would rather get an AU 50, which these are probably AU 58s or 57s, than a MS62 cleaned. I would rather get an AU natural grade on these 2, because they would still be worth in the hundreds of dollars. So this is what I'm saying about knowing what you're doing. These are just really worthless pennies. I saw I'm going to clean them. If you notice, the valuable pennies that I got are not in the jar. They're in flips. Okay? 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 Who does that, right? Okay. So, it's pretty cool though as an experiment and to learn about restoring. So for me, this is like a valuable learning experience. I'm going to learn about restoring, and I might try different products and figure out what works best with what. So for me, it's a valuable experience. For someone who doesn't know what they're doing, you could destroy something that's valuable. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I'm going to do more of these. People like these cleaning videos for some reason. I guess it's interesting, and you don't have to do it, right? You got me as a guinea pig doing it for you. You can't beat that. So please click like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member. These videos, 99% of the videos that you're watching are scheduled. So the members get to see them instantly when I upload them, and we get to talk about them and communicate. It's awesome. It's great. Everyone else, it's no big deal. You just wait for them to come out. But some people want to see them when they're uploaded. Okay, so please click like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.